Lacrosse rivalry weekend takes us to Columbus for the 16th edition. Michigan and Ohio State. Winner gets the force.
Caleb Viak, a prime candidate for Big Ten freshman. He's got two-bar syndrome. The helmet sits up way high on his head.
And we are underway. It's Michigan with possession first. Seeing that as dynamic in the attack.
That makes hats and hoodies. He was kind enough to give Greg Bice and I a couple lids last weekend.
Not a bad deal for you guys.
No, not at all.
Bouncing shot and Viak stood it up initially.
His size fool you, and we saw his dexterity and athleticism in that last sequence.
Low shot. Viak got a piece. He got down to the ground. That Rutgers game. Here's Michigan with the ball.
And that failed clear. Talking with Nick Myers this week, he told us that's what they did against Hopkins. Just gave the Blue Jays too many second chance possessions when you have giveaways.
Michigan strikes first.
In the maize in blue. It's Isaac Aronson.
The ride's going to be huge for Michigan today.
Gigantic, and they are making life miserable for Ohio State, trying to get the ball from defense to offense. Freshman campaign. Hudgens, of course, the Army transfer, was an All-American in West Point. Nick Myers telling us this week, when you get a transfer, that second year is always much better. They're more familiar with the system.
Turnaround shot to Jack McKenna. Evens the score at 1.
You want to talk about a big boy? Jack McKenna, 6'6". 3. As we get a look at a Johns Hopkins graduate, Kevin Connery.
Yeah. Played at Johns Hopkins, 04 grad. Long stick midi back in the day. And there's Justin Tiernan, leading goal scorer in the country with the quick turnaround.
By Bo Lockwood, very early in the extra man off
strategy going forward.
Yeah, last year it was a two-headed monster of Wheatfeld and Rowlett that gave Michigan a lot of possessions. That's not going to do it. Combined with the extension of the arms, because you're trying to push Tiernan behind the cage, leads to the foul and the extra man opportunity.
Bouncing shot, and it finds its way. Michigan was 0 for 4 in man-up chances against.
And this time you're going to see number 52, Jacob Schneider. Viak was anticipating that one being at his ankles or his knees, and it nestles under the crossbar.
Boehm has been a Buckeye killer in his career. And Michigan going right back, we think. Yes, rule the goal.
The ball crosses the goal line, and it looked like it had backspin on it. And it looked.
Matthews got off to a hot start this year, but it's been Marinier taking over the top goal-scoring role. McGee finds some space. Christian Ronda, the Princeton transfer. Kevin Connery feels like he could have a big game today. Knocked away for a moment, recollects. Ronda finds space and finds Viak. Goal tonight. Shot clock at 20. Michigan patient here. Aronson off the check, bounces it home.
Sizes what he wanted to do. He sized it up 3 or 4 seconds before. Little rocker.
Goals for the year and his 5th career goal against Ohio State. The senior from Potomac, Maryland. Patterson got off a good check. Ohio State picks it up and per goal off the stick of Marinier.
Manufacturing goals. Broken play, physical contact, and Marinier.
You can walk.
That's that'd be up my alley.
We'll walk together. That's the plan.
It's a date.
5-2 Michigan here in Columbus. Ohio State had the most recent goal, and they pick up. Ed Sheen makes it 5-3.
Number 10 in the scarlet and gray. This is a guy that I hope and expect to step that could break the zone.
Flicked on by Mason Whitney. Ohio State recollects 10 to shoot. This is Gannon Matthews. Matthews, Marinier, low and a save from Taylor. This year leading the way. As Boehm had it knocked away, gets it back. And under 20 to shoot now for Michigan, leading by 2. Boehm has 1 goal, and Viak stops that shot. Costner's great.
Oh, terrific. Rip Wheeler, my favorite.
How could he not be?
Go figure.
Tiernan. And 5 midfield. Tiernan, ball down. Scooped up cleanly by Cohen. Ryan Cohen, plenty of space. Cohen scores! 44 straight games. The point.
Vying for the ground ball. It pops out of the scrum. And this actually creates transition. I've played, my kids have played against Johnny, both in the rec club and high school. He's a heck of a player.
Matthews had it turned away by Taylor.
They make you have to diagnose.
Ohio State being very patient here. Bouncing shot and they score off for Jack McKenna.
Where a guy who feeds the ball just drags inside and follows to where he threw it from, and that's
a minute to go in the half. Shot clock at 20. Matthews dodges, shoots, and scores! Cannon to make it 6-5.
Last weekend against Johns Hopkins, and this is just a split dodge. Left to
it's around the crease. Nothing there for Allen. Greenblatt flicks in. Ball lost. Ben Meyer can't get off a clean shot. And that's how the half will end.
Minutes to decide the number 4 seed.
You have to call that a pass, I think.
Ball don't lie.
Michigan gets it right back. Here's Boehm. Dishes right in front, and it's wide. Attack has been spread out for Michigan to this point. Aronson. Dodge finds space and goes to trick for Aronson.
It's the goal. It just came a little bit later. I just love the jump from Aronson that he's showing to the
wins another face-off.
And we can see the mixing and matching of number 40, Ryan Cohen for Michigan. He's now playing attack. He can play midfield as well.
And Cohen on the turn. 2 quick goals for Michigan.
He gets the ball behind the cage, and he doesn't hesitate. Nice pick set by Bo Pedersen, back of Mikey Boehm, and it's chopped down and causes the turnover.
Blake Island spinning, shooting, and scoring. Ohio State's on Island time.
He just stops, turns. He had one thought in mind when he got the ball. A little too much, and Island was able to get underneath. Look, Island is a defensive midfielder by nature, but he can play offense, two-way midfielder. We got another one in the conference, Shane Knobloch for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
And this is Rhonda.
The second of the 2 Princeton transfers, and if I'm Ohio State, I'm a little nervous about Big Tasty. Logging extra minutes this year for Rutgers. He will be top 5, top 6 pick in the Premier Lacrosse League, the professional league.
2 in a row for Rutgers.
Tasty's not seeing it. He's not seeing it. He is struggling the pressure. This is just a spin back, and that is no screen.
During the last couple of years. A face-off win percentage of 64% in his career against Ohio State. That was whacked away right in front of
a double team.
7 to shoot. Matthews trying to make some magic. Dish is off. Tough angle. 2 to shoot. Meyer. Stopped by Taylor.
Position. He's a long stick midfielder by trade, but he got bumped down to the close for Johns Hopkins.
Under 10 to shoot here. Meyer, that's a tough angle.
Invest your money typically on the offensive side of the ball. So that's why you're seeing so many, TJ Malone's been around forever.
Directly.
At Hopkins, is it a Jacob Angelus or is it a Garrett Degnan? I mean, Degnan today, the physicality that he brought to that Maryland game was unbelievable.
Michigan, goal game, their largest lead off the
Big
goal.
Ten Offensive Player of the Year, but this time it's junior Aiden Mulholland out of the timeout. Oh, my favorite is always Vince Vaughn, knowing Old School. You've had to have seen Old School.
Yeah.
Okay, great. We can connect on that.
That's a classic. Under 4 to go here in the third quarter. Ohio State possession, and Taylor comes up with
I think they'll wait for us after the game. We hightail it out of here anyhow.
Right. Ohio State fans looking for something to cheer for. Marigny's second is Ohio State.
I'm not sure if it was a substitution error or just a tactical error, but you should never.
We wind towards a minute left in the third. Winner gets the 4 seed in a home game in the Big Ten tournament. Bain hounded by Snyder. Bain goes low and
State. That was really good defense by Jacob Schneider, but Mikey Bain just works it.
And under 15 seconds left. They get one more crack at it, tying the largest lead here for the Wolverines. Aronson stopped by Fayok.
The attackman came out of the box early, right in the middle of the field where that didn't happen. That's tough. That is tough.
Wheatfeld late dish. Right off the face-off.
Off the face-off. Look at Wheatfeld. Just has a tractor beam to the ball.
It's got a long way to go to come back in this one against a Michigan attack that has really struggled the last couple of weeks. Found its mojo again. Taylor the save.
Penn State, 2 wins in a row, beating Michigan, beating the Scarlet Knights last night. They love playing at Panzer. Nice save by Taylor. Underdogs. Again, if this score holds, they'll both be underdogs going into the quarterfinals next week.
And with this potential rematch next week, you would have to imagine the winners. Here's a shot from Island for his second. State needed that. It's now 13-8.
Play this evening. Gannon Matthews in the Island.
He was cut off by Grant McMurray.
Marinier coming out of the box now.
Here he is. Marinier through 2 defenders and Taylor.
Making other teams compete for a conference championship on your home turf. That is not a great feeling.
Bain straight away, and it's saved by Gatto at X. Turning shot.
Has been astronomical. When you look at it in a Patriot League right now with dogfights. Lehigh upsetting Boston University today.
Caputo off the feed. 3:33 to go.
Other conferences, high-powered offenses, you need them to create offense. We're trying to close this thing out, and Ohio State trying to make life as difficult as they can for the Wolverines.
There's another goal. Thomas Greenblatt makes it a 3-goal deficit.
Flies into the Michigan bench, and then Greenblatt. Beautiful vision from Ed Sheen. Nice
felt. Ball still down. Ohio State, Michigan battling. 90 seconds left. Ohio State's got it. And they score again. Meyer.
Let's make it 10 on 10. Great wing play as Cahal Roberts tried to pick it up, was disrupted. To the sideline. New goaltender for Ohio State, which means they're going to double the ball. Maybe somebody with a little bit more hitch in their giddy up.
They've got it again. Quick turning shot and a goal! Caputo's cut.
Wheatfeld wins the faceoff, but it's Connor Camille. He'll play football at Coastal Carolina next.
Ohio State can tie it right here. Winner gets the 4 seed in the Big Ten tournament next weekend. McKenna shoots. Taylor the save.
10 seconds left.
That's it.
That's all.
And clinch the 4 seed. They will host Ohio State in the Big Ten tournament next week.
To try to snap what is now a 3-game losing streak to that team up in personality. So if it was one game was high scoring, they were all high scoring. If one game had a comeback, they all had comebacks. This